Greetings, fellow Earthlings and viewers across the World Wide Web. This is Tune 215, and right now we're in the state of Michigan. We're currently in the city of Detroit. Today we're going to be doing a short driving tour of a neighborhood called Barton-McFarland. It's 67 degrees outside right now. We're passing Ward. We got Mays Market on our left-hand side. We're on Chicago. We just passed Ward and Chicago. We got Chief's Squeaky Clean hand car wash on our left. There's a couple gentlemen outside working on their vehicles. We're at Sorrento. We got the intersection of Sorrento and Chicago. We got West Chicago Coin on our left hand side. We got Borntown Ministries on our right hand side. Looks like we have some apartment buildings on our left and on our right. We have two women taking a stroll up the block on our right. We're passing the boutique box on our right hand side. We're passing Iris and Chicago, the intersection of Iris and Chicago. We got Alpoline on our right. I'm going to pull over. We have a car behind us tailing us. We got Sunoco gas station on our left hand side. Gas is going for $4.39 per gallon. Metro tires on our right hand side, new and used tires. We're passing the intersection of Mayors in Chicago. There's an abandoned building on our right. There's another abandoned building on our right hand side. I think I'm going to make a left and then we can just start our little exploration. Let's make this left hand turn. We're at Pinehurst in Chicago. We're going to make this left hand turn on Pinehurst. All right, we're in a residential neighborhood. We have an abandoned home on my left-hand side, boarded up. We have two-story homes. And some of them look like they can possibly be maybe three-story with an attic. We got another abandoned home on my left-hand side, falling apart. We're traveling about 8 miles an hour. So Barton-McFarland is a neighborhood in Detroit, Michigan with a population of 11,281 people. And it is in Wayne County. Living in Barton-McFarland offers residents a sparse suburban feel, and most residents own their homes. It is said that in Barton-McFarland there's a lot of parks. There's another abandoned house over here on my left. We just passed about 3 abandoned houses. All right, we just passed TC Simmons Activity Center on our right. I'm going to go up about another block. Let's go up about another block. We're traveling about 9 miles an hour. We just passed another abandoned house, 9972 on our right. Another abandoned house on our left. I can't see the rest of the address. Another abandoned house on our right. Another abandoned house on our right. Another abandoned house on our right. Wow, another abandoned house on our right. Got a huge lot on our right-hand side. We got some gentlemen over here on our left. Look like they're working on a vehicle. The hood's up. We're at Elmira and Pinehurst. Elmira and Pinehurst. I'm going to make this left-hand turn. Wow, we got a dude walking 2 dogs over here. He looks like he has a husky and a pit bull. Husky and a pit bull, 2 different dogs. I always liked huskies. I think huskies were cool. Alaskan huskies, or just the husky breed in general. Wow, look at, there's another abandoned house on my right. We're on Elmira and Manor. So that address is 11 303. Wow, it's a 5-digit address. 11303 Manor, Detroit, Michigan. That's the address on my right-hand side. I'm going to make this left-hand turn. After this Honda goes, I'm going to allow them to go. Let's make this left-hand turn. Yeah, that's Manor. Yeah, these are 5-digit homes because we got 10036 on our left, 130 on our left, 10030. There's another abandoned house on our left next to the dude that was cleaning the lawn. He was doing some like yard work. Another abandoned house on my left. Another abandoned house on my right, another one on my left. Some kids outside on my left sitting on the porch with their parents. Another abandoned house on my right. We passed 2 more abandoned houses on my right. So Barton-McFarland is said to be one of the most dangerous neighborhoods here in Detroit, Michigan. It's one of the many. We're at Orange Lawn and Manor. So what's crime like here in this neighborhood? Barton-McFarland. So based on, wow, we passed another abandoned house on my right. Sheesh, they just keep popping up. Another abandoned one on my right. Again, that's number 2 already. On our right, another one. So this neighborhood receives an F rating based on areavibes.com. Total crime is 422% above the national average. Another abandoned one on my left, another abandoned one on my right, all tagged up. Another abandoned one on my left, another abandoned one right after that abandoned one on my left. There's some gentlemen on my right working in a pickup truck. Wow, gutted. These houses are gutted. Another abandoned one on my right. That's damn near 6, 7 houses already. Another abandoned one on my right. That's damn near 8. Another abandoned one on my left. Another abandoned one on my right, burned down. Woo! This is giving this is giving Jackson, Mississippi a run for his money. And you ready? Gary, Indiana. Because that's how Gary, Indiana was. You remember? If you check out my Gary, Indiana tour. Now let's cross over this block. Now, matter of fact, let's make it right because there's a car coming. I ain't feel like waiting. Then there's a car behind me. Let's make this right here on Mayors. No matter of fact, I believe we already went through Mayors, right? Did we go through Mayors? I don't recall. No, I don't think we went through Mayors. Let's make a right and check out Mayors. We're at Chicago and Mayors. Let's make this right-hand turn. Sunoco got gas, $4.39 per gallon, huh? That's cheaper than Chicago. Chicago is already in the $5 range. We got a couple homies outside on my right, and there's some children out there with them. Abandoned house on my left. Another abandoned house on my right, and then another abandoned house on my right. That's 2 on my right. And huge lots, which means there was probably houses there in those lots. Now these houses are separated. That's that sparse suburban feel, meaning that they're not connected. We got another abandoned house on my right-hand side. I'm going to make this right. Right here on my left, you see it? And then there's a garage in the back that's abandoned. All right, we're on Manor. Oh, this is the back of that abandoned house over here on my left. It got gates and stuff, but it's abandoned. Yeah, the front is boarded up, so I don't understand the theory behind the gates, maybe. I don't know if somebody's still living in there. So we're back on Manor, but this is the opposite side that we didn't travel through. So key findings based on areavibes.com show that, wow, there's another abandoned one on my left, another abandoned one on my right. I'm going to just let y'all pay attention to the surroundings. I'm not going to keep abruptly stopping to point out abandoned houses, but as you hear, there's a lot of abandoned buildings. Another one on my right. So key findings show that violent crimes in the Barton-McFarland neighborhood are 1,304% higher than the national average. In Barton-McFarland, you have a 1 in 9 chance of becoming a victim of crime. We have another abandoned house on my left-hand side. On the corner of the block, there's another abandoned on my left-hand side. We have a family over here on my left-hand side. We got an RV on my right-hand side. So we got a car behind us, and we got people parking up here. So I'm just gonna slither right through there. All right, so now we're approaching Plymouth. We have 2 people on our left cleaning. They have the tongs, the things that you use to pick up trash. It looks like 2 females. They're wearing pink vests, and they're picking up trash. And I see 2 gentlemen over here, and it looks like they're in a regular unmarked vehicle, like a personal SUV. They're not part of a city group. And then it's after hours. Oh, there's a church right here, Christ Temple Baptist Church. They might be part of the church, right? They might be part of the church. Maybe since it's right across the street from the church, they're trying to maintain it. All right, so we're passing Plymouth. Just past Plymouth. Let's go down 1 block further. Alright, we got Mendota here. We're at Mendota. Let's make this right on Mendota. Mendota. Wow, we got a burnt down toaster one right here on my right. We're at Cedar Lawn in Mendota. You see on my right hand side, that thing looks murked. I'm gonna try to snap a picture of it if I could. Move a little further closer because I got the Grand Marquis in the shot. This is gonna go on the Toon Be Chillin' Instagram account. Yeah, I think I got an okay photo of it. And it's an okay photo. It's not the best photo, but you guys see what I'm talking about. Urban decay to the fullest. Wow, another one right next to it. Toasted. Look at the porch. The awning is crumbling down. Definitely an unsafe structure. And then we got a speed racer flying by us in their Mustang. Psh. There's another abandoned one right here on my right, boarded up. You see it? The sidewalks look unwalkable. We're at Aurora and Mendota. Another abandoned one on my right. Dang. Incredible, guys. This is crazy. All right, we're at Elmira. Let's continue to move forward. Elmira. Huge lots on my left, huge lots on my right. Another vacant building on my left. More vacant buildings on my right. Vacant one on my right. Another vacant one on my right. Vacant one on my left. Let's make this left right here. Follow this vacant one. Beechdale. You see that one right there in the corner? 10427 Beechdale, Detroit, Michigan. Look up that property right there. The one right there on our right is abandoned. See how much it's going for. Look on my left. There's another abandoned. In case any of you guys are, looking to invest money or just curious, in case you just, there was 3 abandoned houses on my left. There's one right here on my right. There was one when we came on the block on my right. There's another one right here on my left. And there's residents just hanging outside, and they have no choice but to deal with the abandoned homes. There's another abandoned one on my right. Another one on my right. Some of them are lived in. The ones that are lived in, they don't look like they're in the worst shape. It looks like people are trying to care for their houses. But the ones that are abandoned, they are done. I'm talking about done. They're done. We're at Beechdale and Griggs. I'm going to go up another block and then we'll just turn. And this one on my right is probably like the best abandoned one I've seen yet. Hey, you see the one with the pile of trash? It doesn't look like it's caving in. It's just boarded up. It looks like they might be gutting it. Another abandoned one on my left, boarded up. Woo! Wow. I'm telling you, bro. Yup. So far, the 3 most decayed cities that I've seen to date: Jackson, Mississippi; Gary, Indiana; Detroit, Michigan. And then we can't forget Baltimore. Baltimore, Maryland definitely does have a fair share of abandoned houses, back to back to back to back to back. You see out here, there's like spaces, it's abandoned, abandoned, lived in, abandoned, 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 lived in, lived in, lived in, abandoned, abandoned, lived in, right? There's some blocks in Baltimore that's abandoned, 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 19 houses straight abandoned. That's how bad it is over there. But I think they're investing money into the city, so there's probably investors buying all those houses. I've seen a lot of them boarded up by investors. We're at Beachdale, Wyoming. You got the Living Word Grace Church in front of us, and guess what? It looks like it's abandoned. The roof is missing, and it looks boarded. Yeah. So that goes to show you, even the church is abandoned. Let's make this left right here. You got the CRV right here. Yo, your muffler hanging, bro. Muffler hanging. First generation CRV. We had another abandoned building on my right. Looks like an apartment complex that's abandoned. I'm gonna make this right hand turn on Elmira. Yeah, this whole apartment complex, y'all, is abandoned. Look at. You don't believe me? Look at. I'm gonna whip this U-turn real quick. Look at the whole entire apartment, all boarded up, all abandoned. And they got these neighborhood watch signs everywhere. I noticed neighborhood watch, neighborhood watch, neighborhood watch. So the employment rate of this neighborhood, they receive an F rating. It's 51% below the national average. Unemployment is up. So the income is 51% below the national average. Another abandoned house on my left, another one on my right. I'm sorry, y'all. I know I said I wasn't going to talk about it, but they everywhere. Unemployment is up 133% above the national average. Key findings show that the median household income in Barton-McFarland is 54% lower than the national average. The male median earnings are 41% higher than the female median earnings. Another bando on my left, right? But what's strange about this bando is there's a Cadillac Escalade and a Range Rover parked in the driveway of an abandoned home. You just heard what I said? A Cadillac Escalade and a Range Rover parked in the driveway of an abandoned home. I'm going to bust a U-turn because it looks like we're getting towards some railroad tracks, and that'll allow me to show you guys what I mean when I'm talking about. They're like, nah, Toon, we don't believe you. There is no Cadillac Escalade and no Range Rover parked in front of no abandoned house, unless the people across the street own those cars and they just decided to park on my right hand side. Look at this house on my right is abandoned. There's trees, all rubbish everywhere, and boom, a white Escalade, and boom, a Range Rover. And they ain't got tags. It looked like somebody might even be living in the Escalade. There was a bunch of bags and all types of stuff in the front seat of the Escalade. It looked like a modern Escalade, like a mid 2000s Escalade maybe. Another bando on my right. Crazy. The poverty level in Barton-McFarland is 100% lower than the national average. Are they sure about that? So you can find all these stats that I read on areavibes.com. There's a bunch of websites you can refer to, like Niche, and you can just check out like the FBI database and stuff. But I kind of like the way Area Vibes organizes it and gives us like a percentage, gives us a ratio, gives us a good idea. We're passing Aurora on our left-hand side. And there's a whole apartment complex. Let's make this right on Aurora. Another bando on my right. Another bando on my right. This looks like a no outlet too. Another bando on my right. And it looks like we're going to come to the end of the no outlet. So I'm going to make a U-turn here. Now, I realized that I might be calling some of these abandos, like this one right here. This one looks abandoned. It's missing windows. It's in rough shape. But like in Jackson, Mississippi, Some of them look just like this, and there was people living in them. This block's a no outlet. They got the Detroit waste bins on, all right. Detroit waste bins. Let's go through one more block before we close this out. Let's go through one more block. Let's see. We got Cedar Lawn on our right. We're at Wyoming. There's a chancleta. There's a shoe right here in front of us, a sandal. They said, tune, what? I don't know much Spanish, but I know that word. Chancleta. That's like Spanish for a sandal, for like a flip-flop. There was a flip-flop sitting there. Look on my right. Another abandoned house. Missing the top windows. On our left. That one just looks hurt. Another boarded up abandoned one closed up on our right. We got a whole group of homies over here in the middle of the street. Another abandoned house on my left. We got like 20 homies in the middle of the street. They got the grill out, yo. They got one of the big boy grills. Let's allow them to have their little conversation going on right here. Just like in Philly. The whole conversation's in the middle of the street. All right, we're gonna move out their way. There's one of those streets where you gotta share. You gotta share the same street. You gotta go up two ways. That was a nice shot. It had like 20 homies sitting outside. We got another bando on my left hand side. Another abandoned house on my right hand side. We're at the intersection of Aurora and Griggs. Aurora and Griggs. Another abandoned one on my left, right on the corner. Damn. Another abandoned one on my right. Yo, on this neighborhood, we counted probably 30 abandoned homes. Maybe close to 40. I don't know. I just been calling them out. Abandoned on my left, abandoned on my right, abandoned on my left, abandoned on my right. I haven't been keeping tab, but you could probably, maybe if you want to go through the extra effort, count them out and get a rough estimate, you know, rough synopsis. Check out that green. Yo, that person loves green. They got a green Mustang, a green Mercedes. They got two green Mercedes. They got a lime green Mercedes wagon, and they got the regular Mercedes car. Oh, man. The amount of urban decay here is incredible. And the surprising thing is, as you can see, there's people living around it. Like, they're just chilling. Like, they out and about. You know, they just... You know, you living next to that. Like, that's what you live next to. You can't... If I live next to something like that, even though I don't own it, I'll do my best to, you know, make sure it at least looks up to par. You know what I mean? Make sure, you know, whether that means picking up all the trash in front of the property. If there's a bunch of rubbish, clean up the rubbish. If the building is open where people can go in, I don't know, maybe ask the block if they want to chip in for some plywood so you can plywood the property, you know what I mean? So it don't be just wide open to fiends coming in doing whatever they want inside the property. But yeah, it's incredible, man. Look, there's another abandoned one over here on my left next to the homies that's right here on my right. There's a bunch of homies out, but look at all these abandoned houses over here on my left. Look at back to back to back to back, and then one's lived in. That sucks. The one person that got to live between two massively abandoned houses, and then more back to back. Look at another one, and then there's one that's lived in. And then on my right, abandoned. And on my, I'm going to call this tour Abandoned Detroit. Seriously, y'all. That's crazy. Now, we didn't cover the whole entire Barton-McFarland neighborhood, but I just wanted to plant the seed, you know? And just plant the seed so that you guys know that this area exists.